Hello guys. I'm back to meet you again with an exciting movie storyline. Don't forget to snack on your favorite food to make it more fun. The storyline of the film that I picked up this time was Mortal Engines. This 2018 film is the first film directed by Christian Rivers, based on the novel of the same name by Philip Reeve. This movie tells the story of Hester Shaw, played by Hera Hilmer, who is the main character of this film and is an assassin who wants to avenge the death of his mother. There's also Tom Natsworthy, played by Robert Sheehan, a historian of both monolithic London, and Thaddeus Valentine, played by Hugo Weaving, who is the guild head of historians and the main villain of this story. What's the full story? Curious? Okay, before continuing, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe and activate the notification bell button. Well, the film starts with a woman looking around with her binoculars. This woman's name is Hester Shaw. Seen there, the place is in a time when the whole world is being destroyed by the war of quantum weapons, where the remaining cities mobilized to be able to move from place to place. Furthermore, there was a sound of a danger alarm that required residents to get ready to leave because a predatory city called the City of London was coming. The leader of the attack from London was Thaddeus Valentine. There was a chase action where the big city chased the small town. After that, the small town was captured. The scene changes again. Seen there was a man named Tom who was running because he was late for work at the city library. Arriving at the library, Tom meets Valentine's daughter Catherine and invites her into a room to show a video, the impact of a quantum weapon destroying the city. The quantum weapon is called Medusa. And while they were chatting, a man was seen peeking at them. The scene changes again. Catherine takes Tom to the dump, which is where Tom can find artifacts from ancient civilizations. There Tom and Catherine met Valentine. On the other hand, Hester Shaw was seen in the crowd and walking towards Valentine. Suddenly Hester stabbed his sword at Valentine. Those who were there were shocked. When he was about to stab for the second time, Tom was blocked. After fighting back, Hester ran. After that Tom chased Hester. When Hester was about to jump down, Hester's hand was pulled by Tom, and there Hester left a message to Tom to convey to Valentine why did he kill his mother in the first place. Then Hester let go of Tom's hand. Moments later Valentine came to Tom. Then, Tom tells Valentine why Valentine killed Hester's mother in the first place. There was seen Valentine who was not happy with the question. Then, Tom was pushed by Valentine and kicked him to the ground. Meanwhile, Catherine asks her father where Tom is. Then, his father lied by saying that Tom fell because of Hester. Meanwhile, in a room not far from there were eyewitnesses to the incident. The man's name is Bevis. The scene changes again. There you can see Hester and Tom are in the most dangerous place because there are many bad people and cannibals. On the other hand, Valentine enters an old building and meets his partner. There is a quantum weapon that Valentine and scientists are working on. While talking to the scientist informs that there is a hitman in prison who is after Hester Shaw. Not for long, Valentine and his troops immediately went to the prison in the middle of the sea to save the assassin and asked him to help with his mission. The scene changes again. There, Tom was seen screaming for help when a group of people drove up to him. Without them knowing, these people are dangerous. Then, Tom and Hester tried to save themselves. There Hester was also injured in the leg by the spear thrown by the group. Long story short, they were saved by a husband and wife. Then, the two of them were brought into a room. Here, Hester is also seen trying to flashback, telling her past. In the past, as a child, Hester lived happily with her mother, Pandora. She is an archaeologist and good friends with Valentine. Until finally, found the rest of the Medusa weapon by Valentine. Because Hester's mother didn't want the weapon to be in the wrong hands, then Hester's mother took it away. Until finally causing a fire at Hester's house because of an argument between Valentine and Pandora. Seen there, Hester was asked to leave by his mother and gave Hester a necklace with one eye. After that Valentine stabbed Hester's mother right in the stomach. Hester, who tried to save her mother, was instead hit by a knife in her face which has left her scars to this day. The scene shifts to Valentine who arrives at the prison to meet a hitman. Seen there, the prison was destroyed by Valentine and managed to free the assassin from his cell. The assassin was named Shrike. Meanwhile, Tom and Hester are brought to the market for auction. Suddenly, a mysterious woman named Anna Fang comes to save Tom and Hester. When Tom and Hester tried to save themselves, suddenly Shrike came to catch Hester. But, in the end they both managed to get onto Anna's ship. There was seen Shrike who was also looking for a way to chase Hester with the ship that was there. Meanwhile, when Hester was being treated by Anna, Tom suddenly said that Hester had been raised by murderers and destroyers. This made Hester angry and left from there. The scene continues to Valentine, who is already in London. Then there he was approached by the man who was peeking at the city library, named Harbert. He tells Valentine that there are remnants of Medusa's weapon in Tom's room. Scenes change. Hester, who is in a flashback, tells her that when she was saving herself from being chased by Valentine, she was helpless because her condition was getting weaker. It was Shrike who helped her and raised her. During his time with Shrike, Hester seemed often gloomy, and Shrike always tried to cheer him up. Unexpectedly, it turns out, Shrike is trying to transfer Hester's soul to a robot made by Shrike to be just like him. Since knowing this, Hester fled, and this made Shrike angry and searched for Hester. Continue to Catherine and Bevis, who now know Valentine's plan. The two of them tried to get into a room through a secret door in the library. Continuing to Tom, Hester, and Anna went to a place to meet Captain Cora and his troops to discuss about the Medusa weapon that Valentine was making. When they were seriously discussing it, suddenly the electricity went out. Seen there Shrike, who came and tried to attack Hester. They all immediately ran. When Tom and Hester are about to run towards Anna's ship, suddenly being intercepted by Shrike. Seen there, Tom, who was strangled by Shrike. Shrike was going to kill Tom. Hester immediately came to him and begged Shrike not to kill Tom. Shrike, who saw Hester crying and couldn't bear to see her, he realized. Instantly Shrike's engine died from the damage it did and made it even weaker. In the last seconds, Shrike gave Hester's necklace that he had brought with him. After that, Shrike died. Hester was saddened by the death of Shrike. Then, Hester and Anna took Tom to the plane and immediately went with Captain Cora and his troops to go to the walls of Shanguo. After arriving at Shanguo, they met with the governor there to discuss strategies to deal with the approaching city of London. There Tom looks annoyed with the governor's words and leaves from there. Meanwhile, the alarm signaling war with London sounded. They all got ready with their respective positions. The city of London was getting closer, and Valentine was seen getting ready to turn on the Medusa gun to shoot. Then, Hester, who was trying to chase after Tom, who was upset, suddenly stopped in a place. There is a statue of a three-eyed snake, which reminds Hester of the one-eyed necklace Hester's mother gave her. After that, Hester opened her necklace. Inside there is a flash which functions to turn off the Medusa weapon system. Long story short, after the city of London carried out an attack, Hester, Tom, Anna, Captain Cora and their troops were desperate to enter London and attack it. After attacking each other, their Captain Cora's troops died one by one. Left Tom, Anna, and Hester, who tried to get into the old building room. Anna goes in first to attack Valentine and they shoot each other. While Anna and Valentine go head to head, Hester has the opportunity to plug in her flash drive to shut down the Medusa system. Continue to Anna, who was stabbed by Valentine. On the other hand, Hester managed to kill the Medusa system. While Valentine, who had no other choice with the situation, he fled with his ship. But unfortunately, the ship's rope is still tied. Meanwhile, Tom tries to stop the city of London by blowing up the engine generator, while Valentine was harming Hester. Then, Tom came to Hester's rescue. Long story short, Tom immediately shot Valentine's ship until it fell. There was seen Valentine, who was still alive, and finally he was crushed to death by the city of London itself. Meanwhile, Tom and Hester flew in the direction of the wind. They hugged too. And the movie is over. From the movie Mortal Engines we can learn about love between mother and child. Dare to fight evil. And our hard work will pay off. Okay, then I'll say goodbye first. If you have other movie recommendations, don't forget to write them in the comments column. See you later.